Don't fear the foam. And today, don't fear the frozen foam. Because it is cold. And I don't think that fat foam it takes you. I don't think that foam is frozen. But some of the stuff I have in a bucket over there I think is. Okay, so here's what's going on. We are racking into the fermenter. And it's a little unusual, I think. Because here's the deal. My temperature is still kind of up. And usually I don't like putting hot liquid into plastic because I'm using this plastic water jug as a primary. I will go to secondary and glass later. But anyways, I usually wait and cool it down to closer to pitching temperatures. But just the way things are going, maybe it's impatience. And also I have a dry hop ad. And I know there's a lot of thought on when to dry hop. I've only dry hopped a couple beers and had different results. I did a mostly ghostly clone, and I did an extract version that had, it was supposed to dry hop, and I dry hopped. It was the first time I'd ever dry hopped, and I dry hopped at pitching temperatures, or at, I guess, racking temperatures, which was close. I mean, when I'm doing dry yeast, I tend to pitch a little warm, not crazy warm, but if like I plan on fermenting at 70, I might pitch it at like 74 degrees, 75 degrees, depending. Because I think it kind of gives the heat, I think gives the yeasties a little kickstart, and it really gets them going. Right or wrong, but it seems to work really good for me. And so, what was I saying? Oh, so anyways, so sometimes I chill down and I rack into my fermenter probably at like closer to maybe 80 degrees, maybe 80, 78 or whatever. That way, by the time it transfers over and I get it to where I'm gonna, ferment, that's usually when I pitch the yeast, is once I have it set in its spot. So I figure it'll drop a few degrees at that point. Well, anyways, today I am going to I am currently racking at, let's see, what does it say here? About 150. And here's why. Because I had this hop edition. I have this hop edition, this dry hop. I dry hopped at racking temperatures, and the beer was great. But it wasn't a crazy hoppy beer. Like I said, it was a mostly ghostly clone, and I've never really had the real thing. So I didn't know what to expect. But the response I got from other people was like, oh, it's not an IPA, it's just a nice pale ale, and it's hoppy in all the right ways, is what some people told me. And then later, I did an all-grain sort of version of the mostly ghostly, and it was for a competition, just a local competition here. And so I wanted to dry hop, so I figured, I'll wait closer to bottle time so they can have nice fresh hops in the bottle. So about a week, I kept it in secondary for quite a while, and when it came close to time to enter the beers, maybe about a week ahead of time, I did the dry hop and bottled it up and threw the rest in the keg. And then when I drank it, I thought it was crazy hoppy. I think it brought out too much of the aroma, dry hopping that close to bottle time or to keg time. So this one, I was going to kind of split the difference. I guess I was thinking about dry hopping about the time I go into secondary. And that way it kind of would filter out some of the initial hop stuff that's from the boil, and then it'll be mainly dry hops in the secondary. But since I had this wort chiller issue today, it made me think of the whole hop stand idea, where you take it to like, I think 180, and then you throw your hops in. Excuse me, when it's like kind of still around pasteurization temps, but it's not boil temps. And so I thought, heck, maybe I should do kind of a hop stand. It's as you see, it's like a lot less than 180. It's at 150. But I thought, let's do that. Let's rack it a little warm, and we will throw the dry hops in at racking time, warm. And so let them soak a little bit under the heat and then float around. And then when I go over to secondary, it'll just kind of clear it out, filter it out a little bit. So because I don't want, I mean, I don't think traditionally ESBs are like floral hoppy at all. In fact, I think they're supposed to be malty. So, so as far as the type of beer I'm making, I'm actually surprised it's dry hopped anyways. And so I thought, why not? So that's what I'm doing. I'm racking warm, super warm. And then, so basically I'm going to throw the hops in there. And then I'm going to probably leave it out here in the garage a little bit just because it's really cold out here. And it's like 70 degrees where I'm going to put it. Let it cool down to pitching temperatures. And then take it down to the basement and put it in my fermentation area and pitch later. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. Yeah, comment if you got any comments. And that's all for now.